fund his secondary education and uphold his family. At the Baptist Boys High School, Abeokuta, he was the editor of the school magazine, The Trumpeter. At the age of 19, he joined the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons. In 1956, Moshood Abiola started his professional life as a bank clerk with Barclays Bank PLC in Ibadan, and in 1959 joined the Western Region Finance Corporation as an executive accounts officer before leaving for Glasgow University, Scotland, where he received a first class in political economy, commercial law, and management accountancy. He also received a distinction from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Scotland. On his return to Nigeria, he worked as a senior accountant at the University of Lagos Teaching Hospital. He later moved to Pfizer before joining the ITT Corporation, where he rose to the position of Vice President, Africa and the Middle East. Moshood had investments in Nigeria and West Africa. He set up Abiola Farms, Abiola Bookshops, Radio Communications of Nigeria, Wonder Bakeries, Concord Press, Concord Airlines, Summit Oil International Limited, Africa Ocean Lines, Habib Bank, Decca West Africa Limited, and Abiola Football Club. He was also the chairman of the G15 Business Council, president of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and patron of Kwame Nkrumah Foundation. From 1972 until his death, Moshood Abiola had been conferred with 197 traditional titles by 68 different communities in Nigeria. His philanthropic gestures resulted in the construction of 63 secondary schools, 121 mosques, 41 libraries, 21 water projects in 24 states of Nigeria, and was grand patron to 149 societies or associations in Nigeria. Moshood Abiola was twice voted Worldwide Businessman of the Year and gained various honorary doctorates from universities all over the world. In 1987, he was given the Golden Key to the city of Washington, D.C., and also the International Committee on Education for Teaching in Paris, around numerous others. In Nigeria, the Oloye MKO Abiola was made the Are Onokakanfo of Yoruba land. According to folklore, the Are Onokakanfo is expected to die a warrior in the defense of his nation in order to prove himself in the eyes of both the divine and the mortal as having been worthy of his title. In 1993, he contested for the post of the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, under the Social Democratic Party, SDP. In an election that was adjudged free and fair by all, he emerged the winner of the election, but sadly, he never lived to take up the position. In recognition of his immense and meritorious contribution to the growth and development of commerce, agriculture, industry, sports, journalism, MKO Abiola, an outstanding industrialist, a businessman of repute, and a philanthropist par excellence, is today honored with the award of Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, GCFR. Your Excellency, I present Basharun Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola for the conferment of the Posthumous Award of the Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, GCFR.
Can we once more put our hands together for the successful presentations of these awards? Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to now invite His Excellency Muhammad Buhari, President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, to deliver his keynote address. Mr. President, sir.
Your Excellency, the Vice President, Your Excellencies, the State Governors, members of the National Assembly, former State Governors present here, members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the Diplomatic Corps, senior government officials, service chiefs and Inspector General of Police, our royal fathers, recipients of national honors and their families, representative of former Social Democratic Party, SDP, political leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today, I am very happy to be present and to preside over the commemoration and the investiture marking the formal official federal government recognition of June 12 as National Democracy Day. The decision and this event is not meant to be and is not an attempt to open old wounds, but to put right a national wrong. Nigerians of their own free and will voted for late Chief MKO Abiola and Ambassador Babagana Kingibe, the presidential flag bearer and running mate of the Social Democratic Party in the 1993 elections. The government of the day inexplicably canceled the elections when it was clear who was winning to be the winners. We cannot rewind the past, but we can at least assuage our feelings, recognize that a wrong has been committed, and resolve to stand firm now and in the future for the sanctity of free elections. Nigerians will no longer tolerate such perversion of justice. This retrospective and posthumous recognition is only a symbolic token of redress and recompense for the grievous injury done to the peace and unity of our country. Our decision to recognize and honor June 12 and its actors is in the national interest. It is aimed at settling national healing process and the reconciliation of the 25-year festering wound caused by the annulment of the June 12 elections. I earnestly invite all Nigerians across all our national divide to accept it in good faith. Our action today is to bury the negative side of June 12, the side of ill feelings, hate, frustrating, and agony. What we are doing is celebrating and appreciating the positive side of June 12, the June 12 which restored democracy and freedom. The June 12 that overcome our various divide, and the June 12 that produce unity and national cohesion. This is the June 12 we are celebrating today, and we will nurture it to our next generations. Accordingly, on behalf of the federal government, I tender the nation's apology to the family of late MKO Abiola, who got the highest votes, and to those that lost their loved ones in the cause of June 12 struggle. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I would like everybody present to stand and observe a minute's silence in honor of the memory of Chief MKO Abiola and Chief Femi, and indeed all those who lost their lives in the struggle of June 12, 1993. May their souls rest in perfect peace. Thank you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you. As I've said earlier in my opening remarks, we are in the month of Ramadan. It is a month of prayers. It is a month for forgiveness. And it is a month of coming together. It is a month for peaceful coexistence. Mr. President has tendered the apology of the people and government of Nigeria. Can we once more, ladies and gentlemen, put our hands together? We thank Mr. President for that apology. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we received apologies from the following: President Olusegun Obasanjo, who said he's unable to attend because he is presently in Norway attending an African Food Prize Committee with Yara International and a book launch. He, however, prayed and wished Mr. President and the country a very successful investiture ceremony. We also have another apology from General Ibrahim B. Babangida, GCFR MNI, who said because of some prevailing issues, particularly that touches on his health, he is unable to be here, but he wishes us the best. Thank you. We equally have another apology from Professor Humphrey Nwosu, who was the NEC chairman. He said he would have wished to be here, but he is also abroad, and he wishes Mr. President and the country a very successful investiture. Thank you, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will now be taking remarks from the recipients. And Each and every one of them is given just 3 minutes. I will show you the red card if you go beyond 3 minutes. So, may I now call on the first child of Chief Gani Fayomi, Barrister Mohammed Fayomi, to please come forward and respond on behalf of his father. Barrister Mohammed. Sorry, he's on wheelchair.
Your Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Your Excellency, the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Oshibajo, SAN, Your Excellencies, Governors here present, Your Excellencies, former governors present, Your Excellencies, representatives of the Parliament, Your Excellencies, heads of the APC party, all other distinguished guests present.